Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome in. I'm not sure why this. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Okay, we're live now. Sorry, guys, we were having some technical issues there for a while, so hope you all are doing well. My name is Rob Salso. I am a aspiring meteorologist and admin for EWV 103. Today we got a enhanced risk of severe weather on tap today for portions of. Let me just select this here so you guys can see. So, like I said, we have an enhanced risk today for portions of Iowa up into northern Illinois, central and southern Wisconsin, northern Indiana.
Hey, Rob.
Hey, Joey, we're live. Can you hear me, Joey?
Rob, you got a copy?
Oh, there we go. Sorry, we're live now, Joey. We're good.
Hey, I was gonna. Did you get the stream key?
Yeah, we're live now. We're good. I figured it out.
Cool. Sounds good, man.
Yep.
All right, bye.
Bye. Joey will be back later. Thank you, Joey, for joining for a bit. Okay, so we have a enhanced risk here for portions of Iowa, southern Wisconsin, northern Illinois, northern Indiana, northwest Ohio, and central and southern Michigan. We also have an enhanced risk for portions of southern Kansas, central Oklahoma, and the northern Red River area in Texas. Currently, right now, we do have two new Medsco discussions. Let's go over this one first. So we have a Metzko discussion here for portions of central eastern Iowa, southern Wisconsin, and northern Illinois. This tornado watch is likely. Issuance is at 95%. The risk of supercells capable of producing several tornadoes, some strong to intense. Um, sorry. Some strong to intense. Giant hail and severe wind gusts will be increased around 19 to 22 Z, which is about, I think that's what, 7 to, can't be 7, is it? I don't think it is. Might be 3. So 8. It's 4 to 6 p.m. That's what it was. A tornado watch is likely within the next 4 hours. So if you're living in these areas from Des Moines, Marshalltown, Cedar Rapids, Freeport, Illinois, Beaver Dam, Madison, Janesville, you need to be keeping an eye on this area in the next couple hours. We also have another Metascale discussion for a possible watch across portions of the Ohio Valley into eastern Ohio and western Pennsylvania. So if you're living in Mansfield, New Philadelphia, Canton, Youngtown, Meadville, Oil City, Butler, Cleveland, keep a close eye on that. They are monitoring a damaging gust threat with a ongoing MCS system. And then we have our newest Medscale discussion for a tornado watch likely for portions of the the Texas Big Bend and Edwards Plateau into northwest Texas. 80% issuance at this time. So as you can see, things are really starting to ramp up here as we have these systems coming in. We have a bimodal risk of severe weather today. We have the southern mode where the dry line initiation is here in Texas, and then we have the warm advection that's going to be in the Midwest. So with all that, let's go ahead and take a look at our radar. We do have now some severe thunderstorm warnings in Ohio, so I'll let you guys take a look at that. So let's see here. So we do have one severe thunderstorm warning here in Ohio. This is going to be for the following counties in Ohio and Pennsylvania, as well as West Virginia. We have southeastern Belmont County, northeastern Monroe County, southwestern Greene, Marshall, and northeastern Wetzel counties in Ohio, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia. This goes until 3:15 p.m. Eastern. A severe thunderstorm was located near Powhatan Point, or 9 miles southwest of Moundsville, moving east at 30 miles per hour. Hazard with this storm is 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and small hail. So, like I said, if you're near this area, near Powhatan Point, even into Rosebee's Rock, Glencaston, Cameron, you're going to be getting some of those effects here soon. I'm not seeing a huge hail core with this. It says there's a half-inch hail with a little bit of probabilities of that. So this is mostly going to be a wind threat with this ongoing system. We also have a few storms up here near the southwest of Cleveland area. Not severe at this time, but these storms did have a history of producing 50 to 60 mile per hour winds and some hail. So definitely keep an eye on those storms. Let's go ahead and take a look at our area down here in Texas, see if we have any initiation going on. And it looks like we do have some storms down here just now south of Sanderson near the Big Bend National Park in Texas. So keeping a close eye on that initiation area here today. So I also wanted to go back to the storm picture, see exactly what risk we have today and where and how intense. So let me go back to here. So as you can see here, we have a enhanced risk, like I said, for 2 areas. We also have a slight risk for portions of the northeast and New England. So the biggest risk today is going to be just not only tornadoes but hail. We'll go over the tornado first. So we have a Sig 2 intensity that's going to be for portions of southern Wisconsin, northern Illinois, and northeastern Iowa. And that's going to give us the probability of possibly an EF3 tornado or higher in this area of the second dash line. Behind that, we have a Sig 1 where we could see up to an EF2. So definitely going to be keeping a close eye on the Midwest and near the Quad City area as well. We also have another area here, just down here, where that other enhanced risk was near northern Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas, of a Sig 1 area. So could get some tornado potential over here as well. And we have a smaller area here of a 2%, or sorry, yes, a 2% tornado risk up here in northeast New England. So upstate New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, and extreme northern Massachusetts. So that is it for tornadoes. Let's look at wind. We do have a Sig 1, as you can see here with the intensity chart. This is going to be for portions of the 30% area here down in Oklahoma and southern Kansas. So if you live in these areas, be looking out for strong wind gusts today and tonight, all the way down into near Abilene. And then we have up here for parts of Michigan and eastern Wisconsin, also have a 30% risk chance and a Sig 1. And then also we have our hail risk for the day. This is where things could get really interesting. Down here in Texas and parts of Oklahoma, we have a Sig 2, which is the highest hatched hail intensity. And that's going to be a 30% probability here for portions of northern Texas, the Red River, and parts of Oklahoma and extreme southern Kansas, as well as expanding all the way up into portions of eastern Iowa, southern Wisconsin, and northwest Illinois. Again, this is a Sig 2 intensity. So we could see hailstones up to 4 inches today, guys, even possibly more than that, depending on the lapse rates. And the lapse rates, well, they look pretty good right now. If we look at our models, we can actually take a look at that. And let's see what we got here. So newest model is here, and as we get into the next couple hours, I mean, our lapse rates are going to be really increasing. You can see here parts of Wisconsin 8 Celsius per kilometer, down here 7.7, eastern Iowa 7.2. So we do have very steep lapse rates to support large hail. And as we look down here in Oklahoma and Texas, the same thing, 7.5. Up here in Kansas, 7.7. So we definitely have potential for very large hail today. And we have plenty of instability. I mean, look at the Cape today, guys. I mean, let's just get to later on today here. So, I mean, up here in Oklahoma, 3,000 joules per kilogram. Down here in Texas, 3,000. Up here in Iowa, 2,000 up to 3. So, plenty of energy in the atmosphere for today's severe weather event, as you can see. So like I said, we're here looking at our radar, and as you can see, we're not seeing a whole lot right now in Texas, but that will be changing very soon as initiation and the cap begins to break. Let's see if you guys have any questions for us in the live stream here. Give me just a second. No questions yet, but if you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask and let us know. So we do have some storms initiating here just south of Vernon in Texas, near the border of Oklahoma. So if you're near those areas, keep an eye on those. Let's go up to Iowa and see if we have anything. So not quite yet in Iowa. We do have some little banding right here, but nothing too much at the moment. We do have some chasers up here. We have, let's see who's over here. We have Brandon Kopic here near Cedar Falls, Iowa. He's going to come down and wait for those storms to initiate right across this quasi-linear front here. So this is where the storms are expected to initiate, and we could see that in the models here. Let's just take a look at the models and see what they're depicting for today's severe weather potential. So let's go ahead and look at reflectivity. It's too far. All right, so right now, like I said, I'm not seeing a lot of this right now. This is just a model, but in the next couple hours, you could really see storms start to really fire up in that warm advection area. I mean, look at eastern Iowa, western Wisconsin, southeast Minnesota, rather. Definitely seeing some convection and possibly a couple tornadoes in the area, and they are in that 30% SIG 2. So it is possible we could see tornadoes near the area. And as we get further, I mean, we have some initiation here in eastern Indiana, western Ohio. They get another round of storms over there. And then we have storms coming up through Kansas and Oklahoma, as well as here in Nebraska. So could get a second round possibly of severe weather here in Iowa as we get into the overnight hours. So you can see by the model that we are expecting another round of storms here. Like I said, northeast Illinois, Chicago going to be getting it today for severe weather. Here in Michigan, again, the flooding impact's going to be very unfortunate here for Michigan and Wisconsin. They gotten a lot of flooding already with yesterday's severe weather, so definitely not good news for them. But we are just looking at a model, and that's the important part. This is not 100% true, and we won't have to worry about models once severe weather kicks off because we'll be following it in real time. So, like I said, this is just a model. And there has been some consistency. I mean, if you look at the last run, I mean, it's not that far off. You have these strong supercells in northeast Iowa. Let's see. So, what kind of areas are we looking at? So, I mean, up here near uh, Olween, Strawberry Point, Waterloo. I mean, West Union, Hampton, Mason City. I mean, these areas really are going to be looking at some severe weather, especially in the next couple hours. So that's why they put that Mezco discussion out here that we were just reading for this area for that tornado watch. So definitely keep an eye on that. But other than that, we do not have too much to talk about. We're just waiting here for initiation to get going. So, oh, I think we just had a new severe thunderstorm warning. Did we? No, we did not. So if you guys hear that, you might not hear it, but it tells me when there's a new warning or when there's a new alert that's going on, and we don't have any right at the minute. So we just have this one severe thunderstorm warning here, moving to the southeast into West Virginia and Pennsylvania. We do have a couple discrete storms here just north of Clarksburg, West Virginia, so near the area, and might get some small hail and some showers and things like that. So keeping a close eye on that. And that is about it. So, Cleveland, Ohio. You guys are probably going to get most of this rain up here. Just what to expect if you're living there. This is going to be wind gusts of 50 to 55 miles per hour. This can knock down tree limbs and blow around unsecured objects. So if you're in Parma, Cuyahoga Falls, Kent, Stowe, Hudson, just keep an eye out for that. Something that we could see a severe thunderstorm warning for in the future with time and movement to the east. So just keep an eye on that. But I mean, other than that, we're not having a lot going on here. Like I said, we do have some flooding warnings here in Wisconsin. We had a lot of storms here in Green Bay. They're under a flash flood warning, I believe. Or no, this is just a flood warning. So they've been seeing a lot of rainfall, and they're going to see more possibly tonight. Not severe weather more, but just rainfall in general. Flooded roadways, do not go through those, of course. So if you're in these areas in Wisconsin, please do not go through the roadways. Do not try to drive through it because you can hydroplane and things like that. So just stay safe. Even here in northern Michigan near Petoskey and Sheboygan, there's also seeing flooding caused by the rain and snow melt as well because you have the snow that's melting off here just near the lake. So just a heads up on that as we await our storms to start firing off. So I'm not seeing a whole lot right now. Like I said, let's look over here by Lincoln. There's our low pressure, 1,000 millibars. And yeah. So like I said, we still do have our storms here that are just south of Vernon, Texas. Nothing severe at this point, but we are watching those very closely. And then obviously down here, just south of Sanderson, having some storms pop up from Mexico border. So we're still keeping a close eye on that. And if you guys have any questions, just let me know, and we will answer those when we get them. I know New York had some severe. Let's see what they're doing. So yeah, we do have some storms up here in upstate New York going into Vermont, and they did have that severe, or sorry, they had that Mezco discussion for a possible watch. They still have that out. Primary hazards are going to be isolated hail and tornado threat also for the area. So if you're near this area, Vermont, parts of New Hampshire, Montpelier, Albany, Schenectady, over here in Monticello, Poughkeepsie, Utica. If you're in any of these areas, just keep a close eye on this storm complex moving to the east. So I will be back in just a minute, guys. We're going to take a quick little break, and then we will continue when we are returned. Be right back. All right, so like I said, we're still here looking at these storms here in New York. Let's see, we got somebody here. RC Flyer. Hi there. What time do you expect the storms to fire up in the Tulsa area? So for Tulsa, we're looking at somewhere. Let's see. Let's actually look at our models here and kind of take a look and see what they're saying. So just give me 1 second while I get that up for you. Okay. All right. All right, so those are models that we use, RC. So we'll take a look here at Tulsa. Let's go here. Okay, so Tulsa. So it looks like this is what 22Z. So we're talking like 6 p.m., 5 p.m. Central. That's 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Central, 9 Central. So we're thinking anywhere from 9 to 11 p.m. Central is what we're thinking here. And then you have another round here that's just to your southwest. That's kind of near OKC. So we're looking at a second round possibly into the overnight hours tonight. So anywhere I'd say from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. tonight is when you're going to have severe weather possibly in your area. So yeah, we have another little round here. This is going to be 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. So yeah, sorry, is that 4 a.m.? Yeah, 3 to 4 a.m. tomorrow morning, you'll have another round here. So I would say a general estimate anywhere from 9 p.m. tonight to 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, sir. No problem. Like I said, if you guys have any questions about storms in your area, what time, just let me know. Obviously, this is all estimation because there is error with the models. But if you have any questions at all about any of this, do not hesitate to ask. So, all right. So as we look back at our radar here, let's go ahead and switch back. So we still have some storms here in parts of New York. We currently only have one severe thunderstorm warning on the board and one flash flood. Let's go ahead and look at this flash flood warning here. This is going to be in Wisconsin. So this is a considerable flash flood warning. So this is going to be for the dam break on Little Wolf River below Big Falls Dam in north central Wapaka County in Wisconsin. This goes until 4:15 p.m. Central. They have reported imminent failure in the Big Falls Dam, threatening flash flooding from the imminent failure of Big Falls Dam. So the operator actually reported this. So if you're in the area, please make sure you're staying away from drainages and streams and low-lying areas near the lakes and all those. So people there can take care of that. So make sure you're staying safe. Like I said, not a lot of rainfall right now in Wisconsin, but they are still dealing with a dam failure in the area. So just make sure you're staying safe and not driving through flooded roadways at this time. Something we really want to drive home is, flash flooding is a very dangerous part where a lot of people just think, oh, tornadoes, hail, wind. No, flash flooding is definitely a big aspect of severe weather forecasting. So there's a little fun fact for you guys those of you who don't know a lot about weather. Like I said, still got some chasers over here. We have Brandon Kopic over here just to the south of Waterloo, Iowa. We have Nick Smigo. He's one of our team members here just to the northeast of Vinton. He's waiting for those storms to initiate just to his west. So Nick Smigo's out there. We also have Brand Montgomery just to the south of Dyersville. And we also have James Pappenheim just to the east of Puesta and south of Ashbury and near Dubuque. So these chasers are all staging up, getting ready for this initiation to occur, which should start in the next 1 hour. So next hour, we should start seeing storms pop up near this surface boundary outlined by the MESCA discussion. Let's see how things going over here in Tulsa, RC. I'm just going to see. So this is our HazCams. This is kind of what we look at to look at weather. It looks like where you're at there, RC, there's some pretty decent clouds in your area. So that's going to keep the cap strong until tonight. And that's what we're seeing right now here. So Tulsa, not looking at storms here for the foreseeable future. This will be most likely an evening and overnight event. So Tulsa, you are good for now. They'll probably issue you under a tornado or a severe thunderstorm watch probably somewhere around 5 to 7 p.m. So I think I just heard a new alert. Let me just, yep, we have a new severe thunderstorm warning in New York. Okay, it's one of these discrete cells. So let's see here. National Weather Service in Buffalo has issued a severe thunderstorm warning, for southeastern Lewis County in New York till 3:30 p.m. Eastern. A severe thunderstorm was located 8 miles south of High Market or 10 miles west of Boonville, moving east at 45 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter-sized sails. So if you're near Port Leiden, Constableville, Mohawk Hill, Talcottville, Swancott Mill, and West Leyden, you need to be keeping an eye on this storm. It does have a visual hail core, as you can see here, just near Prussian Settlement in Lewis. So let me go ahead and take a look at the VIL, Vertically Integrated Liquid. So your hail core is going to be right here coming into Prussian Settlement. So if you're driving across there just near the 6-7 or the 26, definitely keep an eye on that as you are driving there. So like I said, this is a very conditional tornado threat area. Not looking to get a lot of activity in terms of tornadoes, but there is still that 2% hatched area. How's Indianapolis looking? Let's take a look here. Indianapolis is good. You guys are clear skies. You do have this one cell to your west in Illinois. We'll probably be there in about maybe an hour and a half. But as for right now, you guys are good for right now. Not expecting any storms over there probably until 8 o'clock tonight, maybe a little bit earlier. So you have this over here just south of Shelbyville. But other than that, you are looking good here near Indianapolis. So Good to go there. Actually, I want to see how far. What does the cell look like? Say it's just a regular, you know, cumulus stage cell. Nothing crazy. Um, for right now. So still keep an eye, like I said, on this severe weather complex here in Ohio. We have the severe thunderstorm warning down here in Moundsville, near the border of West Virginia and Pennsylvania. And then we have that other severe thunderstorm warning in New York. You're welcome. No worries. If you hear a dog in the background, I do apologize. I have a dog that's barking. Okay. Excuse me. Oh, I think we have a new severe thunderstorm warning. Let me check. No, that's not it. It's down there. Oh, okay. They just extend this for the southern portion of this severe thunderstorm warning. So, Oneida County. So, yeah. So, the southern portion, they are expecting this to. Yep. So, there's a new scan. So, if you're near Forestport, just south of White Lake, keep an eye on this cell. This is going to go into that area pretty soon here. So, we can take a look at the track. So yeah, if you're in Forestport, you have another, let's see, about 20 minutes or so. We have a soccer at 6:30. Okay, 6:30 tonight. I'll take a look at the models and see how they look. You're in Central Time, correct? Soccer mom. If that's Central Time, let me know. If it's Eastern Time, let me know, because I know parts of Indiana are Eastern and parts are Central Time. I think you're in Eastern Time, but I'm not 100% sure. But we do have this severe thunderstorm warning. If you live in Boonville, New York, you don't have that much time. You have about 11 minutes until the storm is headed toward your area. So be advised if you live in Boonville. Eastern. Okay, I'll check that here in just a second, just to make sure, because I know the models can sometimes be a little bit off. So when I show you the model, it's gonna be not 100% accurate, but it's gonna be a good estimate of what you'll get today. All right, so let's take a look at the model here. Let's go. All right, should be able to see that. And it's not working. Hold on, guys, 1 second. Okay, why is that not working? Hold on, guys, 1 minute. There's a issue going on with my page. I have it up. Okay, here we go. I got it now. Okay, so let's take a look at Indianapolis here. All right, so Indianapolis is somewhere right here. So let's go. All right, this is all right. So here's a new model. We're gonna go with this one here because we don't have all media days. So okay. So this is 21Z. So this is gonna be, let's see, 12 plus 4. It's gonna be 4. 15. 21Z. So you actually might see storms at 6 o'clock, because this shows storms near Indianapolis at 21Z, which is just around 7 p.m. Eastern. So maybe on your way out from the game, you might see some storms, but like I said, this is a model and this could change. So yeah, this is 6 p.m. and then yeah. So if you're going out at 6:30, I would definitely keep a close eye on the radar. We'll be live until 5 or 6 o'clock, so we'll keep you updated if you're still around. But I would definitely prepare for some type of rain at 6 o'clock, 6:30 p.m. I would definitely prepare for some sort of storms around that time. It could be rain, it could be a severe thunderstorm warning, it could be nothing. So just prepare for some sort of precipitation / storm at 6:30, because that's what the model is showing. All right, any more questions, guys, before we move on to the radar? Because I think I just heard a new tornado watch that just came out. I think, pretty sure it just came out. Let me check. All right. No, it did not. Never mind. They have lightning alerts and sirens at the facility. Okay, that's good. That's good they have that. Because that way you'll be notified, and if you need to go inside, then you will. That's great to know. Okay, so yeah, I would definitely keep an eye. Is this New Mexico discussion? Yes, this is new. Okay, so this is going to tell you everything you need to know here. So we have New Mexico discussion for portions of central Illinois to northern central Indiana. A watch is possible of 40%. The area is being monitored for an increasing severe risk. While confidence is overall uncertain, a watch is possible this afternoon. So you could actually get some storms here once we get around 5, 6 o'clock. So once they issue a severe watch, we'll know more about the timing of your area here. So here near Indianapolis, I would prepare for some sort of storms anywhere from 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern. That's my prediction. Somewhere in that time frame. Um, so just keep an eye on that. All right. So we still have storms here that are just east of Worcester near Massillon, Ohio. So nothing severe at this time in this area. We still have those 2 severe thunderstorm warnings here up in New York. The storm is just now entering into Boonville. So if you're in Boonville, I'd be staying safe if you're on the road. For sport, you're gonna be clipped by the south end side of this precipitation core, so you should be good there. Might get a little bit of hail, but all in all, should be good. I'm looking at this storm over here. This one looks like it might have a little hook to it. Let me take a look at velocity. You have a little bit of rotation. Keep an eye on that one if you're a radar tech or if you're doing radar. That one might go depending on if it can split away from this storm. If it gets split away from this storm and that hook tries to cycle, it could become a tornado warning. But right now, it's way too early to tell because all this rain shield is kind of blocking it off. So, excuse me. So we're watching for that. And if you guys are just joining us, my name is Rob Salso. I'm an admin for EWV, radar tech, and a aspiring meteorologist slash weather person. I've loved weather ever since we had deal with Hurricane Irma, which sounds counterintuitive. Why would you love weather after that? But that's just how it was. That's how I got into it. I learned about it. I was coached, and that's how I learned about radar. Radar is one of the most fascinating things about weather because it's unpredictable. One minute you could see a severe thunderstorm warning, the next minute it'll be a tornado. Good afternoon. Hey, welcome in, Joey. Thank you, Joe, for stopping by. We're just talking about the severe weather potential here for portions of Iowa, Wisconsin, and in Illinois. And now we have a New Mexico discussion here for portions of Illinois and Indiana. And we have this one here in Ohio and Pennsylvania. So we are starting to get some weather increase in coverage here soon. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5 Mexico discussions at this time. So keep a close eye on that. Like I said, we are starting to see some storms coming up here through parts of Mexico into Sanderson, Texas. So if you're in this area, keep a very close eye on some storms firing off in the next hour or so. Great job on the live stream. Looks like things are starting to kick off. Hi, Rob. I'm working, but I'm listening. Welcome in, Dan. No worries, sir. Stay safe today, Dan. I know you're in the severe weather today, so if any questions you have, let us know. So I am starting to see some storms that are firing off here just near Wichita Falls in Texas. These are going to be something we need to keep a close eye on because remember, Oklahoma is in that enhanced risk. You can see that here from the day one outlook. They are in that enhanced risk. Tulsa, somebody was asking about Tulsa a little bit ago. RC, you are in the slight risk today. They're in Tulsa, so keep a close eye on you, Oklahoma City. Norman, over here near Frederick, Altus. So these areas all need to keep a close eye as these storms traverse to the north and the northeast. So that is what we are watching right now. I don't think we have any severe thunderstorm watches or tornado watches at this time, but we will very soon. So, like I said, guys, my name is Rob, and we are watching severe weather here as it gets into Texas, Oklahoma, and into the Midwest. Hope you guys are having a good day. Hope you guys are prepared if you're in these severe weather today. And I'm just going to show this again just in case you guys didn't see it. But we also have an enhanced risk for portions of Iowa, Wisconsin, parts of Indiana, Ohio, Michigan, and Illinois. So all these areas need to keep a very close eye on tornadoes, hail, and severe gusts, as well as flooding. Because flooding is definitely a concern. Like I said earlier, we have flooding ongoing in parts of Wisconsin with dam failures, parts of Michigan, and now we have the flooding concern here for New York as we have some training storms over here. So definitely a flooding concern here for the northern tier of the U.S., especially in the Midwest. I think Nick Smigo, our storm chaser. Yes, we were just talking about Nick. He is out there. I think. Yep, just near. Oh, no, that's Brand Montgomery. That's Pappenheim. Where did Nick Smigo go? I just saw him. Brand Kopic. Oh, there he is. Nick Smigo is just south of Vinton, Iowa. So Nick Smigo is staging for that initiation area, just near Vinton, Iowa. So just northwest of Cedar Rapids. So Cedar Rapids, you might be getting some initiation here in the next hour or so. And this is going to all increase in coverage and intensity as it enters into Wisconsin and Illinois. So we were looking at those models earlier, and we were seeing that storm initiation could traverse into more of a discrete mode, and then we could start seeing a squall line / MCS develop overnight. So we're going to get all modes of severe weather today. We're going to get discrete cells, we're going to get clusters, we're going to get line segments, and we're going to get possibly embedded storms later on in the evening. So all modes of severe weather are on the table. All right, so let's see here. So we currently have 4 severe thunderstorm warnings on the board. We have a new one here for Pennsylvania. This one's going to be coming into New York. This is going to be near the Waterloo area. This is going to be in Erie County. This is going to go till 4 p.m. Eastern. This is near Waterford, 9 miles southeast of Erie, moving east at 30 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter size hail. So if you're near these areas on the southern half of this line segment that's coming together in New York and Pennsylvania, definitely keep a close eye on that. I think we do have a couple has cams over here. Let's go take a look at the Erie International Airport. Oh, wow, you can see the cumulus. Look at that. Look at the cumulus and the cumulonimbus overshooting tops kind of shoot up there. You get that when a cap breaks in the atmosphere. So you could definitely see, anvil clouds starting to heighten here as we get into Lake Erie area. Wow, it is dark over there, I can tell you that. I mean, that is, yeah, so we are keeping an eye on that. And let me actually look at the, here. This is just a tool we use to look at, weather radar, so. Let's go there. See, our cloud tops are maxing out around 43,000 feet, Joey, if you're still here. So, the overshooting tops are definitely getting up there as we are starting to see initiation across parts of Pennsylvania and New York with this ongoing line segment. So that's something to keep an eye on. Excited to see how WeatherWise new. Yeah, so there's new. If you guys are unfamiliar with WeatherWise, it's a great website. There's payment plans, but if you want to check out WeatherWise, it's https web.weatherwise.app. Check it out. It's a great radar. We use it for a lot of things: outlooks, models, different radar modes. You see your reflectivity, and there's lots of things you could do with it. So definitely check it out. Thank you for let me know about that, Joey. I think we have a new severe thunderstorm warning. I just heard a beep beep. So, oh no, that's just telling me that this one's expiring soon. So, other than that, we are not seeing too much for now. Let's take a look here in Texas, see if we see anything else. Oh, so these storms are starting to increase in intensity. These were not looking as good earlier, but this is going to be the Mexico-Texas border, just southeast of Sanderson. So these will be coming in. Sanderson, watch out for this one. There's a lot of lightning embedded in these little storms coming up, these little pop-ups. So definitely keep an eye on that. And then we have these storms up here just north of San Angelo. So things are starting to get interesting here. So there is that. All right. Let's see. Keep an eye on the radar, just see if anything goes initiate. I'm not seeing a whole lot here in Iowa. Seeing a little bit of stuff over here, but other than that, we're still keeping a close eye. And we'll update you when we have anything new. In the meantime, if you guys have any questions about anything in your area or any questions about your impacts, just let me know and we will answer that. So, yeah. Just keep an eye on everything. All right, so we do actually have a new severe thunderstorm watch. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. There we go. All right, so just in case you're wondering, we do have a new severe thunderstorm watch for portions of northwest Connecticut, western Massachusetts, New York, far northeast Pennsylvania, and southern Vermont until 10 p.m. tonight. Primary hazards are scattered damaging wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour possible, isolated large hail up to 1.5 inches in diameter, and a tornado or two are possible at this time. Storms continue to increase in coverage and intensity while posing a threat for mainly scattered damaging winds. These gusts can reach up to 60 to 70 miles per hour. Wow. Isolated hail and perhaps a tornado or two may occur with any supercells along near front in northern New York, southern Vermont. So, like I said, we are starting to see some initiation here in parts of Vermont. You can see these supercells in front of this little line segment here. These are we're gonna have to watch here for Vermont and New Hampshire here. So definitely interesting to see initiation in New York in April. That is wild to me how we're seeing storms in April in New York and Vermont. It's like, yeah, it's not very common you see that, but we're seeing it today as we get ready for this multifaceted severe weather event. I will be right back in just a second. They just issued that watch there, so we got that early. Be right back, guys. We have returned. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. Had to take a quick little water break because it's going to be a long day. So anyway, we have... currently have, I think, 5 SVRs on the board. 3. We have 3. We have 2 here in New York. This one that's near Boonville and Forestport. And then we have this one that's entering into New York from Pennsylvania. And there's another one. Where's the other one? Oh, it's right here. It's the southern side. This one's going to be canceled soon. So, Layden, Constableville, you guys are going to be good to go. You do have some storms behind you, though, so keep an eye on that. We do have a second little mode here of this line that's starting to get together, and then we have this northern area with these supercells that are developing here in New York. So, definitely not done for the day for New York severe weather. So, just keep an eye on that as we get through the day today. Alright, let's see. Just checking Iowa, just see. Oh! Got a little lightning mark. We could have some initiation here. Yep, look at this. We have some storms popping up here. This one just north of Manchester. So we're keeping a close eye on this area here. We're starting to see a little bit of initiation here just near Ankeny. And then this cell here just to the west of where Ray Montgomery is. So let's see what he's seeing right now. I'm kind of curious. Probably not much, but just want to look for it.
I probably figured they probably got like a boatload of free footage, so to be expected. Also had contractors out in the field too, so I was shocked they even asked me for that. No, right?
There we go. Now you guys can hear it. My bad. So as you can see, starting to see some clouds coming up through the area where Grand Montgomery is. So we're keeping an eye on that. Alright, and that's about it for now. Like I said, we're just keeping a close eye on the area. So Brand Montgomery is out there. We also have Nick Smigo just to the west of Vinton. Let's see what he's doing over there. Got some cumulus with some cloud breaks. So nothing too concerning at the moment. He's probably going to set up just east of all that stuff near Story City and Nevada and Ames. So that's kind of a good spot because you have these storms coming up through the convergence area that we're keeping a very close eye on. So kind of smart play that he's standing there and kind of setting up. All right. So, like I said, we are still keeping a close eye on this severe weather that we are currently looking at here, just north of Des Moines. Let's go ahead and take a look at Oklahoma again, see what they got going on here. So, like I said, just some single cell, multi-cell action, nothing too incredibly concerning. This cell's starting to get my attention here, just south of Comstock and Sanderson. So, definitely keeping a close eye on that. I'm not seeing any more watches at the moment, so that's good news for now. Canton, this storm might go SVR'd. Oh, no, the new scan doesn't look as good, but there was a little bit of a hail marker there just here south of East Canton and Canton. Not seeing a whole lot of rotation there, so that's good. Over here near Kent, Ohio, still seeing some pretty gusty winds, 50-55 miles per hour off and on. That's going to be heading into Newcastle and Youngstown. So there's that. Pennsylvania, we got some nice little storms over here just to the west and southwest of Punxsutawney. Hey, that's where they do the groundhog thing. And just to the north of Brush Valley. So those storms could definitely pose a threat for some small to quarter-size hail and some wind gusts. So, and then our biggest threat right now is up here near New York, as we have a few storms initiating near this frontal zone. And that's really about it for now. Like I said, we don't see a lot of initiation right now just yet. So we're still keeping a close eye on that. So thank you guys for watching. Like I said, my name's Rob. I am very, very curious to see how things today pan out over here in Iowa and down there in Texas and Oklahoma. And if you have any questions, just let me know. Looks like this storm's starting to come up and getting a decent little structure on it. Radcliffe, Hubbard, Iowa Falls. I mean, if I was this is just me, right? If I was in Iowa Falls and Hampton, I'd really keep a close eye on this cell down here. This could be one of those cells that could turn into a very, very strong storm. And if it does stay by itself and it does stay discrete like the models were depicting, this could be something we need to keep a very close eye on as this environment sets in. I want to kind of take a look at the dew points here to see how warm this warm sector is getting. So, wow, we have dew points in the mid 60s in Iowa, 65, 75, 64, 66. I mean, these dew points are very, very capable of strong, severe weather in the area. So that's definitely something we're keeping an eye on. Up here in Wisconsin and Illinois, 60s. Dan, if you're still here, over here near Elkhorn and Burlington, 63-degree dew points in southeast Wisconsin. So keep a close eye on that. We're all starting to see some storms over here just north of Manchester, Iowa. So the environment is definitely primed for severe weather today. There's no way to look around it. It is primed for severe weather. So just thought I'd keep an eye on that and see what the surface observations were depicting. Okay. See what M. Lucio's doing over there. His video feed's not loading. Oh, there you go. I mean, you're starting to get those clouds over there. You really are. Cloud coverage is definitely increasing here. So, you don't want too much clouds, but you want just enough cloud break so that the sun can heat the surface and cause those dew points to rise. And they're already hot, so everything, it looks pretty primed for severe weather up there in northeast Iowa, southwest Wisconsin. I was actually looking at the CAPE in the area, the instability, and I was seeing CAPE of 5,000 joules per kilogram in western Illinois. So there's plenty of instability, plenty of energy, warm dew points. Lapse rates are steep. This is a very, very complete day for severe weather if everything else goes through, like the shear environment, like the forcing. You know, you don't want too much forcing, but you want just enough so that these storms can compete in their environment and stay discreet for tornadoes. But you can still have tornadoes in a cluster. We saw it last night across Iowa and Minnesota. So anything is possible in this environment given what we've seen on the surface observations. So that camera's having a little bit of a problem, but like I said, we're still keeping an eye here on these storms here as it goes to Iowa. So, all right. Yeah, this storm that's just north of Nevada, Iowa, has really got my attention. I mean, look how much it's blown up since we first saw it. And I think we just had a new severe thunderstorm warning. Let's go take a look at that. All right, yep. This is one I was talking about, guys. Just south of Inlet in Pennsylvania. This is a tornado possible, or sorry, New York, not Pennsylvania. This is a tornado possible severe thunderstorm warning for central Hamilton and east central Herkimer counties. They're looking at 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-size hail. So if you're near south of Inlet, just west of the Moose River Plains camping area, I would definitely be keeping a very close eye on this area here. It kind of looks like there's a little bit of a hooking feature. A little bit. You can kind of see a little bit of a hook there. Oh, not hook. Sorry. Rotation. I'm sorry, guys. A little bit of rotation. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Wow. So could see some brief spin ups here in this cell just to the south of Inlet, New York. So we're keeping a very close eye on that. I wonder if the AI thing is working. Turn off and on. So it's not showing anything here yet. I think we have to go look at velocity. See, I'm not quite seeing that, but we are seeing a little bit of rotation. A lot of lightning. You can see all the lightning flashes here, but definitely seeing a little bit of rotation. So we're going to keep a very close eye on this storm heading towards Johnsonburg, but I think it's going to be a pretty rural area for now, which is good news. Let me just make sure it's going to be rural. I'm pretty sure it is. Let me just make sure. Yeah, 3,000 people, 4.7 thousand homes. So there is some homes in the area just near Old Forge, Indian Lake Inlet, south of Inlet, and Mountain Lodge. So keeping a very close eye on that storm. Otherwise, we have this other severe thunderstorm probably about to expire. Yep, 17 more minutes. So if you're in Black River Wild Forest, definitely keep an eye on that storm here, producing some small hail. Do we have a new watch out? Let me take a look. Not quite. Down here in Texas, still seeing some. Look at that hailstorm. Wow. Hail definitely picking up on this storm. If you're near Comstock on I-90 down here, definitely keep a close eye on this storm as it enters into South Texas. That's got some pretty decent hail. It's a little bit far away from the radar here in San Angelo, but let's take a look here at this radar. Yeah, look at that. Definitely keeping a close eye on this storm here just west of Del Rio, Texas. So as we go back to Iowa, we got our little storm here near Story City and Randall. Definitely starting to see an uptick in hail as well. You see this little bit of hail here just east of Randall, Iowa. So if you're near Iowa Falls, west of Eldora, near Buckeye, definitely keep a close eye on this cell here as it goes to the northeast. Something we're definitely going to keep a close eye on. I mean, you could see it just expanding. It's definitely getting bigger. This is the one to watch. I'm not seeing a whole lot. This here could be something, but it's way too early to tell. They did not issue a watch just yet, so that is what we have so far. It's got cloudy the last 15 minutes here. Yeah. I want to see if there's any has cams that I can pull up over here. There's not a lot. I can look down here near Beloit, where Corey Gherkin is. Yeah, it's not working right now. So, wait, let me see if I can turn any traffic cams on. Maybe that'll show me. Yeah, there's not a lot over there. That's unfortunate. But yeah, copy that, Dan, about the cloudiness getting over there where you're at near Janesville and Elkhorn. Copy that. So, yeah, you're starting to get some storms popping up here from the stationary warm front, quasi-linear, I should say. So, you'll probably get this stuff over here that's going to initiate. So, keeping a close eye on that. And this storm that's just north of Randall and Story City is really starting to get a little hook appendage right here. So, keep a close eye on that as it develops here into a mature stage. That is definitely something we're going to keep an eye on. Look at the velocity. Yeah, it's still developing, so keep a close eye on that. Other than that, though, besides this cell over here near Elkader, not seeing a whole lot at the moment. Got these storms over here in Cleveland, Ohio. This little storm here near Lexington, nothing much there. And then you have this severe thunderstorm warning that's still ongoing here for portions of Pennsylvania near Erie. So, see how this rotation's looking. Oh, yeah, it's went down quite a bit since the last update I've seen. Yeah, rotation's gone down quite a bit. Let me look at the radar down here. Yeah, still a little bit of rotation, but not a lot as I was seeing earlier. So, it's a good sign. Again, sorry about the dog in the background. So we have a little bit of storms here just near Vermont. Like I said, if you're in this area here in the pink, you are under a severe thunderstorm watch here. So just a heads up until 10 p.m. tonight. So, like I said, Albany, Pittsfield, Poughkeepsie, Binghamton, over here up near south of Montpelier, and Rutland, Vermont. You're in that severe thunderstorm watch until 10 p.m. tonight. So just keep an eye on that. See if we have any other Mexico discussions. Not at the moment. That's good news. So. Let's see what this storm over here is doing. Some CAS cams over here. It's not a great shot, but I'll look right here. Okay. A lot of trees. It's hard to chase over here. Yeah, look at that. Look at the clouds over there. They are really starting to get high up there. And of course, just as I say that, expect that tornado watch to be issued by now. All right. Thank you, Dan. Let's go ahead and take a look. And yep, there it is. That is a wow. Big area. So it's still coming out here. So yeah, they did issue a tornado watch here for portions of Iowa, northern Illinois, most of southern Wisconsin, and the Lake Michigan, I believe. So yes, Dan is in that. So thank you, Dan, for the heads up on that. We're still waiting for. Oh, here it is. Okay, so here it is, guys. Tornado watch now for central and eastern Iowa, northern Illinois, extreme southeast Minnesota, southern Wisconsin, and Lake Michigan till 10 p.m. Central. Several tornadoes and a couple intense likely. Widespread large hail up to 4 inches diameter likely. Wow. And scattered winds up to 75 miles per hour possible. 4-inch hail likely. That's the first time I've seen that this year. Some areas have a different duration. Copy that. Thank you. That's crazy, though. 4-inch hail. Wow. So, we will see what happens here as we get through the day. This cell is still going on over here. And then where Dan's at, not seeing a whole lot right now. It's just some stuff off to the west where Am Lucio and Brand Montgomery are. So we are still keeping an eye on that. I'm going to put my opacity down for that watch box just so I could see the radar a little better. So let me go. That's good. There you go. That's better. But yeah, thank you, Dan, for the heads up. I appreciate that. I'm going to go ahead and post that to our Discord. If you guys don't have our Discord, should be on our description here on the live stream. So go ahead and check it out there. Let's see. Dan, if you want to post that, go ahead. Go here. So I can post that watch out. Let's go. Here we go. One sec, guys. I'll be right back. Just going to post this. All right. We're good to go. Okay. Go back down here to Texas, see what's going on over there. So yeah, we're still seeing the storm come up here. Oh, we got a new special weather statement on this storm here, just to the west of Mundy, Texas, northeast of Knox City. So looks like they're looking at 40-mile-per-hour winds and penny-sized hail here in this area here, just near Mundy in Texas. So if you're near the area, keep a close eye on that as we start seeing storms come into this area here in Oklahoma. And Dan, if you're still here, your timing is tonight around 5 p.m., correct? Like in the next couple hours? Because I know you said yesterday around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So are you still thinking around like 3, 4 p.m. Central, or you think a little bit later? I think it's going to be around 4 p.m. Central. Maybe a little bit after that, depending on how fast these storms move. So, yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. The storm is still getting its act together. It's definitely starting to look good on radar, and I'm going to see if there's anything over here. No, nothing over there. So, like I said, we have 2 severe thunderstorm warnings. We have 1 in New York and 1 in Pennsylvania at this time. Around then, yes. All right, copy that. Good to know. See, we also have some some flood warnings rather here near Algonquin, Chicago. Interesting enough, Chicago is not. Are they in it? No, Chicago is not in the tornado watch. So, areas north of Chicago, the cutoff is right here near Highland Park, Illinois. So Highland Park all the way up into the northernmost part is just going to be just west of Lake Camelot. So that's how north and south that goes. So, yeah, I kind of was expecting Chicago to be in that tornado watch, but looks like everything's going to be north of there. Which makes sense. They might extend it for Chicago later tonight, possibly. Like, they might add those counties later if we get southern motion with this storms coming in. So, still a chance that Chicago could be in that tornado watch, but right now, it is going to be the counties to the north of Lake County. So, yeah. All right, let's see. Still have a special weather segment over here, just southeast of Parma in Ohio. We have this severe thunderstorm warning coming into New York. And then we have this one that's in New York, just to the north here of Speculator and Lake Pleasant. And that one goes until 4:15 p.m. So another 35 minutes. You know what's interesting about this system is that the warm front, from what it looks like, is gone really north. Like, see where that warm front is? It almost stopped exactly where that severe thunderstorm warning was. That's actually kind of funny. That's wow. Look at that. That's exactly where it stopped, where that warm front was. That's like perfect placement almost. It almost matches the exact contour of this warm front. And you have this little stationary front going into Ontario and all that. So, yeah, it kind of does it here for that warm front up here in Wisconsin, too. So, there you go. There you go. So we are still waiting. We're still keeping a close eye on this severe weather today. Let's see. They updated the enhanced risk. Did they add anything to it? No. Probably just a little bit of nudging. Nothing crazy. So still an enhanced risk today. That has not changed. We have our low here just west of Omaha, north of Lincoln. And then we have our other here just west of Black River Falls, Wisconsin. So your surface low is going to be somewhere, I mean, it's a pretty wide area, but where your most warm sector area is going to be right here, where this pretty much covering this whole entire tornado watch. And then you have areas out south and east that are going to be included in that. So pretty broad area of warm dew points. Even here in Oklahoma, I mean, your dry line's going to be sitting right here where you have the distinction between these red flag warnings and these storms. So your dry line's going to be right here where this dashed line is. Excuse the phone call. I don't know who is calling. So, sorry about that. So that's what we're watching. We're live here until around 5 to 5:30. We might go live again tonight. I'm not too sure at this time. Joey might end up going live. So we'll see about that. This storm is really starting to look good. Wow. 2.25 inch hail. 100% probability, 90% severe. So that one's going to be heading right here, I-90 just west of Comstock. So that one might be something we need to keep an eye on here soon. So that's the tricky part too about bimodal setups, is that there's so much going on at one time. You have your southern mode and then you have your northern mode, and sometimes you have to flip back and forth. So that, put that in mind too, because when you're learning radar, one thing you need to also put in mind too is that you're never going to have one radar to rely on. Sometimes you'll have a radar that's very far away, and then you'll have another one that's kind of far away, and the one that usually is the furthest away is going to show the higher part of the storm. And this is actually said in our last night's video. Joey was talking about it. You usually have your higher area rotation the further the radar is away from the storm, because you have that tilt. Either it's 0.5, 0.8, 1.3. So your tilts are going to tell you a lot about how close it is and how high you need to put them. Like here in New Mexico, for example, in Arizona, you have your mountainous areas here, parts of Colorado. So obviously, to see the storms and the bases that high, you're going to have to tilt your storms a little bit up more so you can see that. Even up here in the Adirondack Mountains, like over here in New York, like you can see, it's kind of hard to see these storms in Vermont, these little areas. So what you're going to have to do sometimes is put your tilts up just a little bit. And as you can see a lot more of that. So just a little tip for you guys who are learning radar still. So, a little 101. Okay, so this storm that's coming into Johnsonburg is still on the board here. They just updated. It remains in effect until 4:15 p.m. for central Hamilton County. Hazard 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail. So if you're in these areas, just keep an eye on this. Johnsonburg, Thurman, just north of Speculator on the State Road 30. If you're driving across that, just be wary of the wind and the hail coming into your area now. So, and we have some other discrete cells over here in southern New York, central and southern New York here, and then over here in southwestern New York into Pennsylvania. So. The storms still keep an eye on. And before I talk more here, I just want to say, make sure, one thing that's very important that we say a lot here in EWV is make sure you have multiple ways to receive these weather alerts tonight. Don't just rely on the sirens to tell you if there's a tornado. If you have a weather radio, you have Zello, you have other apps such as Discord. We have a Discord server. You have your weather station. There's many different ways you can use to inform yourself about imminent severe weather. So don't just rely on one source. Make sure you have at least more than one. That's something we always drive home when it comes to these severe weather steps, because sometimes in between radar scans, you can have rotation and never even know about it. So that's why it's good to have that option when you're tracking severe weather overnight, especially overnight. So there's that. Let's see. Oh, we have a new Mezco discussion. Where is this going to be? All right, so we have a new Mezco discussion here for portions of Oklahoma now and southern Kansas. So this is going to be for portions of northwest Texas, central Oklahoma, and southern Kansas. A tornado watch is likely 95% issuance. Expect to develop across the dry line this afternoon. Will bring the potential for all severe hazards. A tornado watch will be needed by 21Z or around 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. So they will be issuing a tornado watch pretty soon here, especially for the southern area first, and then probably here they're going to expand that. So keep a very close eye. We will keep you updated when those tornado watches come out. As for now, we are watching a few storms here just to the west of Seymour. A storm coming on to the San Angelo and Del Rio area in Texas. I mean, just look at that storm coming up. And then we are watching this storm up here in Iowa that's keeping our interest here just north of Des Moines with a splitting cell here in Eldora. So definitely keep a very close eye. I'm not seeing a whole lot of rotation right now. Maybe a little bit of broad rotation near the base, near Radcliffe, but nothing too much right now. A lot of hail, though. They might warn this soon. What's the hail? 1.5. They might warn this one pretty soon. This is going to be in just west of Grundy Center in Iowa, north of Nevada and Ames. So pretty soon they're probably going to put an SVR on that, given the winds are strong enough too, because you also have to have winds of 58 miles per hour or more and 1-inch hail to have a severe thunderstorm warning. So we'll keep an eye on that. Let's see. Wisconsin, still watching there. And let's see. And New York as well. So we have 2 severe thunderstorm warnings in New York and Pennsylvania at this time. All right, I'll be back in just a minute, guys. I'm going to put the radar here on this storm in Iowa just to see if it goes. I'll be back in just a minute. All right, we're back here. So, Dan, you make up a very good point. It looks like they are. It looks like they could put a tornado warning on that because I do actually see a little bit of rotation on that storm. There it is. Severe thunderstorm warning. They did. They put on it. Is there a tornado possible? Nope. So this is going to be for Central Hardin in Iowa until 3:30 p.m. Central. A severe thunderstorm was located near Hubbard, or 13 miles west of Eldora, moving to the northeast at 20 miles per hour. Hazard: 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and $50 size hail. It might still go tornado warning though. It definitely has potential with the environment it's dealing with. So definitely still could see a tornado warning out of this. 100%. Let's see. Anything down here in Oklahoma besides this storm? Let's see, what's the hail looking like on this one? 0.75, not quite yet. And then we have this one down here. So, like I said, we're still keeping a close eye on these storms. Uh, 2-inch hail now, 100% probability, 90% severe. So, if you are near Steamboat Rock, this storm will be near you in about 25 minutes or so. Ackley, another 30 minutes, and then Willisburg, another 30 to 35 minutes. So, this is going to be a track of that supercell. There's a meso on it. I think there's still a chance. I would agree with that. 100%. Let's go ahead and take a look at that, Dan. Great thing that you bring up there. So we do have a mesocycle on this. It is a rank 5, which means it is strong. No TVS at this time, but we're still keeping an eye. The base is at 3,000 feet, and that's what you want. Surface-based supercells. Max rotational velocity about 41 miles per hour at 14,000 feet. Go ahead. Who just joined? Oh, it's Joey. All right, so we're keeping an eye on that. Let's see here. It's moving to the east-northeast at 28 miles per hour. They're not moving very fast. These are not fast at all, which gives chasers the chance to catch up to them. And that will give us more information. So keep an eye on that mesocyclone. Thank you, Dan, for pointing that out. We appreciate that. Let's see. Yeah, this is definitely close to the surface. So that's exactly what you want. 2-inch hail. So I don't see any chasers on this just yet. We do have some chasers down here, but nobody that's live that can look at this. I will say though, we have Mix Migo, our team member, that's heading toward the area. He's just south of Cedar Falls right now, so he's probably going to get on that storm to see if there's any wall cloud or anything that's developing in that mesocyclone. So let's see. We have 3 severe thunderstorm warnings: 2 in New York, 1 Pennsylvania, 1 New York, 1 Pennsylvania, 1 Iowa. This one over here has my attention too. This one could also go severe thunderstorm warning if it splits itself from this. But even if it doesn't, I mean that could definitely be another severe warning, and even this here too. So, but the main thing here is this cell that's just north of Hubbard. If you are east of Ratcliffe, you are getting hail right now, man. 2-inch hail. That is what? That is, I think, almost tennis ball size. So, I mean, ping pong ball, not tennis ball. So ping pong ball size hail possibly in this area here, just northwest of Hubbard, Iowa. Did they put a watch out on that yet? No, not yet. So, like I said, we have chasers here on the field. We have this. Let's see here. Brandon Kopic is heading toward this one. He's got his attention, and then right behind him we have Nick Smigo. So these guys are both going to head over there. Let's take a look at Kopic and see what he's looking at right now.
We're going to be going through this storm here real quick, guys. Going through this storm.
I think it's organized rapidly.
It's organizing rapidly at this time. So
give me 1 second here, guys. Lightning, nice.
got some
Give me
CGs.
1 second here, and I promise I'll be right back chatting with you guys. With over 10,000 watching right now, just all I ask is please hit that like and subscribe button. I thank God for all of you that are showing up here and supporting us, even when the chase is barely started. So thank you guys so much.
Yeah, it looks like a little hook starting there. I'm on that. Right there. Alright, so let's see what Nick Smigo is looking at here. So yeah, you can see, I mean, very cloudy. I mean, it is dark clouds over there right now. Definitely very, very dark. They're heading right into these cells coming in. So we'll catch up with them as soon as they get under this mezzo. I mean, if they want to, I think what Kopic's going to do here is he's going to sit over here, wait till this goes north, and then kind of sit around Wellsburg, or he's going to go south and try to hit it. It's going pretty slow, so he has a little bit of real estate to go south, but yeah. So we'll see what happens there. I'm keeping a close eye on this storm just west of Strawberry Point, Iowa. Possibly could be severed soon. But our biggest story here is going to be these storms just north of Roland and Story City. Currently have $half size hail right now on this. Now it shows, look at that. 3.25 inch hail now, 100% across the board. Wow. So if that's accurate, that's tennis ball size. That's almost baseball size hail over there. If that's true, that's significant. So we got a new severe thunderstorm warning here down in Texas. This one's going to be the one we were looking at just west of Seymour. So we have southeastern Ford, northeastern Knox, southwestern Wilbarger, and northwestern Baylor counties here in Texas until 3:45 p.m. Central. Severe thunderstorm was located 5 miles northwest of Red Springs, moving northeast at 35 miles per hour. Hazard 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. So we're keeping a close eye on this storm. If you are going on the 1919 or on I-82 just west of Seymour, I'd be careful because the hail here is starting to grow. 1 inch hail is definitely enough to damage. So definitely be careful. We also have some cells coming up here through Electra and Burke-Burnett right along the Red River area. So keeping a close eye on that. We also have some storms here just forming just east of La Mesa and Tahoka, Texas. So we're keeping a close eye on that. This storm here that's just south of Del Rio and Azona still getting its act together. That might take a little while to get up there. Let's get back on our storm here in Iowa and keep an eye and see what's going on here. Alright, so let's look at the rotation. I can see a little bit just northeast of Hubbard, but not enough to indicate a tornado right now. I am starting to see some sort of inflow starting to develop here just on the northwest side of New Providence. So keep an eye on that here. Starting to get a hook, 100%. I agree. So we are keeping a close eye. Like I said, if you live near these areas here, let me just get this up here. So Owassa is going to be here near you in 20 minutes. Steamboat Rock, Ackley, and Wellsburg. You are in the path of this supercell. So just be advised that you are going to be in the path of this storm. Make sure you are taking precautions, especially for hail. I see a hook, but I don't see a lot of rotation at this time. You can see a little bit over here just north of Hubbard, but no tornado on the ground. We are still keeping an eye on this hook feature that is starting to get together, as Dan said in the chat. So that is something we need to keep a very close eye on. Let's see. Yeah, these guys are still catching up. Let's see what Coppice guys say now.
Make sure I got this set up.
Look at that. Split view. You have your opening on the right, and you have your dark, cumulonimbus on your left.
Correct. Computer is connected here, so it's just that.
And that's true, because look at the right. There's nothing up there. And on your left, you have this just, So that tells you that, it's definitely intensifying, this cluster of storms here.
Let's refresh it here.
So we'll keep an eye on that. And I'm starting to see this hail start to really come in. 3.25 inch hail now on that storm. Like I said, we have 3 severe thunderstorm warnings on the board. 1 in Iowa, 1 in Texas, and 1 in New York. And is there anything else going on? Oh, is this a New Mexico discussion? Yep. New Mexico discussion now for portions of south central and eastern Nebraska into extreme western Iowa. This is a unlikely watch at this time, so not looking like we'll see a lot of convection for now. This could change. Sometimes it says unlikely, but they do put a small watch area out, so just keep an eye on that. Let's see, down here in Oklahoma, I'm not seeing a whole lot right now. See some storms here just east of Rush Springs and south of Duncan, with our storm here just west of Seymour, Texas. Not seeing a whole lot of rotation at the moment, so there's that. Yep, so I don't see the feature that Joey was talking about yet. I mean, we don't need it, but, yeah. I'm starting to see a little bit of rotation, Dan. You see that? Just northeast of Hubbard. You see that little rotation starting to come in here? So, I don't know. We could see a tornado from the storm, depending on the environment and how much this hook starts to tighten up. So, definitely seeing a little bit of rotation just to the northeast side of Hubbard, Iowa. So, keep a very close eye on that here. See what Coppice is saying now.
This is like a drop a hog possible wedge wall cloud too. This is like almost tornado minute already.
I am about to go south off of 20 down into Eldora.
Alright, so he's going south. I was kind of thinking he was going to do that.
We're dropping down 14.
Alright, so he's probably going south on this road. Unless he's...
I'm trying to decide if I want to go west on that west road that goes to Howland, or if I want to go down to Grundy Center. We're going down to Grundy. My initial plan. My god, that thing looks nuts. That's like ready to go any second. Not already. Holy shit. Excuse my language.
Uh-oh. Yeah. And there's a semi right there. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. I did not expect him to curse on the live stream. That's... Okay, so... Like I said, we're still Oh, let's see what this looks like. Yeah, you can still see it right here, just south of Rough Woods Hill. So I'm definitely starting to see an appendage here, and this looks concerning because if that tracks and develops, that's going to go right near Applington and Parkersburg and up into just west of Eldora. So keeping a close eye on that. A lot of hail. I mean, the VIL should be almost maxed right now, probably. Let's check. Yeah, look at that. That is a large hail core we have here. So definitely some pretty heavy precip coming down there. You can start to see a V-notch feature here. And that's when we have those, kind of splits on the top east end. So that tells me that this storm could be strengthening with this this V-notch like feature that we're seeing here. Let's see. Do we have a new severe thunderstorm warning? Yeah, we do. All right, so this is gonna be on these storms down here in Ohio, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia. This is gonna be a severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Columbiana County in east central Ohio, central Beaver County in western Pennsylvania, and Hancock County in northern West Virginia till 4:45. This is gonna be near Lisbon, and it has quarter-size hail moving east at 45 miles per hour. So, what is this? This looks interesting right here. A little bit right there, but nothing too... That definitely looks like a hook, though. That might have to keep an eye on that. But we do have some hail coming in near Twin Oaks Trailer Park, Cannons Mill, and just near Gavers. So if you're in those areas in Ohio and Pennsylvania, West Virginia, please keep an eye on that. Let's go back to our storm in Iowa. See what we're looking at here. Definitely, I mean, look at that. If that hooks out, Dan, if this hooks out, I would not be surprised if they put a tornado warning on this storm. I would not be surprised at all if they put a tornado warning on that. Because that could definitely, this definitely looks like it's starting to hook out a little bit. For sure. Inflow's looking good. We just gotta wait for confirmation. Yeah, Copic's blasting south. And his stream is not loading. So, probably because of the heavy precip and probably because of the service. So, let's see what Nick Smigo's up to here. He's also chasing this supercell that's coming into Steamboat Rock. So, we're keeping a close eye on that. It's just a matter of time. Exactly. Just a matter of time. Exactly. 100%. You can see a little bit of cloud breaks here where Nick Smigo is, just near Grundy Center, Iowa. So, interesting to see that. I mean, it is just flat over there. There is nothing but, cornfields. You have a little bit of trees, but it is definitely flatter here. So, yeah, this hook is starting to get its act together. It's definitely got an appendage type shape. Yeah, look at that. Right there, just south of Rough Woods Hill. Definitely starting to see a little bit of rotation peaking there. Let me just look here for a second. Okay. Thought I saw a new watch, but no. No watch. Not yet. So this storm up here in New York is just about to expire. So Indian Lake, Siamese Rounds Wilderness, sorry. You guys should be good to go. So there's that. And over here in Iowa, we're still watching this storm here, just to the west side of Eldora. Definitely is looking interesting. I will say that. It is looking interesting. So yeah, once Copic gets down there, we'll have a better view, I think, of this of what's going on here. I'm not seeing this ID feature thing. It's not working, but that's okay. We definitely see a little bit of velocity hole there. Man. Oh, and they just trimmed that warning. We have a considerable warning now. They are now reporting golf ball size hail and 6-mile-per-hour winds. Considerable threat because of that hail. This is going to be near the Eldora Municipal Airport, so if you're near the airport and you're driving, you need to be careful because golf ball size hail is enough to impact windshields very much so. So hopefully the chasers, I mean, this person over here is in the hail core pretty much. Brett Lyons, hopefully their car is okay because yeah, we don't need golf ball size hail hitting windshields and causing damage. We definitely don't need that to people either, but definitely starting to see an inflow, trying to get his act together here in this supercell. So keep an eye on that. See what's going on over here in Texas. Still have that SVR here just south of Red River here. It's coming up just west of Lake Kemp and south of Electra. So we're keeping an eye on that. Look at this over here just south of Benjamin. This one might be something we need to keep an eye on also. So that is all we are seeing for now over there in Texas. This thing is just barely moved since the last time I looked at. I wonder how fast this thing's going. 22 miles per hour? That's crazy. It doesn't seem like it's going 22 miles per hour. It seems like it's going like 10, but it's negligible. It's negligible. It's very slow. Yeah, man. This thing is definitely trying to hook out. You can see like the inflow is really starting to smooth out there. So excuse me. All right. Let's see if we can get Brand's feed. Yep.
Hey, just hopping on a walkie here.
We got it.
Look over there, guys, on that cell heading up towards Waterloo. It looks really good right now.
Alright, let me switch front.
I'm also hopping back on here.
Yeah, he's right in the inflow now.
Good luck, boys. Thanks, guys. You guys, I'm waiting for your guys' stuff to fire out there. It's slowly bubbling. The forcing that fire to your storm should be getting here pretty soon. Should be plenty of blips to work with to really get going. Yeah, they're starting to pop right now. Yeah, just gotta be patient over here. It's just always hard when you see such a nice sail off to the west. Agreed, I'm going nuts right now. Winds are veered over there right now, so in the near term, I think your winds are pretty veered out, so it might take a while for it to go tornadic. Our METAR station just to our south there is due southerly. Yeah, it looks like there's like a local area of...
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely starting to look interesting here.
I mean, that's why I'm east.
It also is right at a 3 Cape surface
Oh.
vorticity bullseye, too.
We got a new severe thunderstorm warning. This is going to be for northeastern Hardin, northwestern Grundy, and south central Butler counties in Iowa till 4 p.m. This is going to be near Eldora, moving northeast at 25 miles per hour, hazard golf ball size hail, and 60 mile per hour wind gust. Still considerable, but not tornado warning. Oh, look at that hook coming on. There it is, Dan. It's starting to get its act together. Look at that. Wow. That is classic as you can get. You definitely see a little bit of rotation scattered here. Kind of broad, just south of Eldora. So if that appendage comes out a little bit more, we could be seeing something in progress for sure. So we're keeping a very close eye on this. Spraying Copic is out there right now. Just about to get into the inflow of this storm. Hopefully there's not a lot of trees. There's a lot of trees right now where he's at. So hopefully he gets a little bit of clearance where he's going. So only one can hope, right? Only one can hope. I'll be right back, guys. Just one second. I gotta try to find something here. Oh. Yeah, man. Yeah, there's just a lot of buildings. I mean, I kind of see something right there, but it's kind of hard to see. I don't know. We'll see if something happens here. I mean, other than that, I'm not seeing a whole lot besides this one storm. Some stuff over here up in near Wisconsin, but other than that, I'm not seeing a whole lot here. So soccer mom, if you're still here, you might be getting some storms here coming up soon. Remember I was talking about this cluster. It's not 6 o'clock yet, but keep an eye on this cluster if you're still here, soccer mom. I know you were talking about Indianapolis, so this is going to be heading towards your area. So, not sure if you're still in the chat, just I'd let you know about that. So, we're still watching this. I mean, that hook is really catching my attention right now. Wow. He's right in the middle of it. He is right there. All right, let me unmute it now. Not seeing a lot right now.
I can't get that freaking in there. Alright, I need to pull over somewhere. It's down, tornado down.
Oh. We have a tornado down.
Tornado down.
Can you give us an update?
There it is, right behind the trees. All right, we're gonna have a confirmed tornado warning here soon. It looks like. Confirmed tornado here. Don't have the word yet, but get into your shelters if you're near Eldora. If you're in Eldora, please get to your shelters. Do not wait for the sirens.
Damn it. Sorry, guys.
Hopefully you guys are already in shelter at this time, because we've been seeing rotation in the storm, like I said, for quite a while now, so. Eldora, oh my goodness. Steamboat Rock, you will be next, just south of Steamboat Rock. See what they say. Sorry if it's loud, guys. I'm going to try to turn it down a little bit. It's a little loud.
It is still down. It's very weak, but it's down.
It is down. Wow, is that it right there? No, it's not it.
East of Eldora.
East of Eldora. So if you're east of Eldora here, just near Pine Lake Camps on 175, you need to be in your shelters at this time.
Well,
End time, yes sir.
That yet, so. You guys, if you guys are coming out of Steamboat Rock, find a good south option there, because east of Eldora, there's no option south of town.
Yeah,
East.
there really isn't. I mean, there's not a lot. There's a lot of dirt roads out there, probably. Yeah, it's right here, Dan. Look. Right there, man. That's where the tornado would be. So the tornado right now is right here in this little green, red speck.
Hail starting to fall in Eldora. It's getting big.
I'll be right back. I'm going to update my team here.
Nothing is fully condensed by any means or anything like that right now, so we're good on that aspect.
Alright. There you go.
It's coming down hard again, Brandon. A lot of dirt just got spit back up.
Coming down again, possibly.
On the ground.
On the ground. It's kind of hard to see because there's so many trees, but it's right there somewhere. Wow. So, please, ladies and gentlemen, if you are east of Eldora, north of Ivester, oh man, there's a rotation right there. And there is the tornado warning. Knew they were gonna undo it. Okay, so they're saying it's radar indicated. This is gonna be east central Hardin and northwestern Grundy counties in Iowa till 3:45 p.m. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Pine Lake State Park or near Eldora, moving east at 35 miles per hour. This is radar indicated rotation. If you're in Steamboat Rock and Pine Lake, it'll be there in about 2 minutes. Wellsburg, 8 minutes. Grundy, Center Holland in about 15 to 20. So you need to be in your shelters at this time. Take cover now. Tornado could be on the ground at any point here. Wow. Look at that view, man. I don't see anything on the ground.
Down, 100% down.
100%. Oh, yeah, it's right there. I see it. It's not fully condensed, though, so it's kind of hard to see the... But, yeah, it's definitely down, man. Wow. There it is.
The dirt swirl is it, guys.
It's a dirt swirl.
It is down. 100% down.
It's on the ground.
Not fully condensed, but tornado in progress. Weak, but in progress.
In progress. So.
Odds again, if there are any audio issues, please get with me on the radio immediately.
Yeah, it's definitely on the ground. 100%.
Right. Dust swirl still down. It's still very weak, but it is on the ground.
Yep. So, like I said, if you're near Eldora, just east of Eldora, you need to be in your shelters at this time. The tornado is right here near 230th Street and Y Avenue. So if you live there, you need to be in your shelter at this time.
Tornado on the ground. It is getting stronger.
It's getting stronger. This light is bothering me. Hold on, guys. That's fair.
Here it goes, guys. Fully planning.
Fully planning.
We went in Wisconsin to go to track 2. Have a tour in progress.
Wow. Just wow, man. Let me look on reflectivity. Yeah, I mean, that is definitely interesting.
Funnel coming down.
Funnel is coming down. It's going to be right over east of Eldora, right here in this little yellowish red area. It's going to be right there. Let me look at the MROT. Yep, it's going to be right here. There's your tornado. This little yellowish blue, that's your tornado right there. So, like I said, B Avenue over here, you need to be in your shelters at this time. Look at that, man. A lot of scud under there, but you can definitely see something. Yeah, man. Look at that donut. You can definitely see it. So, I'm not seeing this feature they're talking about. It's not working for me. I guess it's not tech.
It is weak, but still in progress.
Weak and still in progress. So, alright. Give me 1 sec, guys. I'm just gonna do something really fast.
Alright, I'm gonna stop up here. Stopping right here, guys. Big mezzo. Big mezzo, guys. Big mezzo. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Hey, Brennan, this is Matilda from Fox Weather. You got me?
Yeah, I got you. We gotta make this quick. If you guys can take me now, we can do it.
Looks like they're gonna group together here.
I'll send for you now.
Sorry. Yeah, Comic has a look at
I'll
The
send for
issue
you now.
in tornado.
address and just open his YouTube stream. My stream is just too, Scott. It's getting stronger now. Needs clear traffic.
Got
I'm gonna go
Dan Haley or
two-panel here.
Red, and of course
Yeah, I got you, Paul.
Alright, I'm gonna see what Smigo's looking at. I mean, look at that right there, guys. There's your tornado right there. See that? See the debris? I'm gonna see if there's a CC drop on this thing.
Right there,
Probably not, but you never
Brandon
know.
has eyes on it, so keep in mind. This is the first supercell
right there,
of the
maybe.
bunch that
It's kind of hard to see.
and what we had said was going to be a.
Look at that! Oh my goodness,
Hey,
dude!
Brandon, you got me?
Yeah, I got you.
It looks like a dust tornado that's attached to a mezzo.
Awesome. Thank
It's
you. We're
so
coming to you
weird.
now. Stand by.
Okay.
But it's definitely on the ground.
Let's get right to it. Fox weather.
It's definitely on the ground. So, like I said, if you're near
for obvious reasons,
T19 Road, be in your shelters at this time.
What are you seeing?
Because
We've definitely had multiple instances of a weak tornado in progress just east of the town of
There you go, that's
Eldora.
better.
We've got a rapidly rotating wall cloud just
Rapidly
above us.
rotating wall
You'll
cloud
be
at
able to
this
see it on
time.
screen here. You can see the northern portion of it. This thing is rapidly rotating at the cloud base. It's still on the ground, very weak. It's just trying to focus its energy at the surface right now.
Yeah, we had saw that. It looked like the condensation funnel didn't make it all the way to the ground, but it looked like multiple instances where the rotation did. This is the first storm of the bunch. Does this tell you anything about what to expect moving forward for the short term?
Well, I think the tornado threat is definitely evident today. We just have to keep an eye on it. It is intensifying on the ground now.
We have a new tornado watch, but we'll go after it here in a minute, guys.
But this is definitely something everybody needs to be aware of. I need to double back.
Okay, so you're moving.
I don't know if you can
east
see
right
the
now,
stream.
Ed?
Mine it
Yep, I am
doesn't look
moving
like it's
east
showing.
right now. Vortices are
Kinda
dropping
odd,
down
but
out of the cloud
sorry,
base. Again,
Okay, it's showing. We're good.
it's getting stronger. I got strong, warm inflow going.
All right,
into
we'll
this
go over
thing.
this
I
tornado
can
watch
see
here
the
for
RFP
just
wrapping
a
around
sec.
the
Oh, we
backside
got
of it.
we got a couple
This thing
tornado
has the
reports
potential
here.
to
So
be
they are
strong
reporting
here
a
shortly.
tornado in a wall
So
cloud
everybody
here.
needs to be weather aware in this portion of Iowa.
Be weather aware. All right, I'm gonna mute that for just a second so I can go over this tornado watch. So, new tornado watch. New tornado watch for portions of Oklahoma, Texas, and Kansas. It's not out yet. It's coming out now. So, I'm gonna try to get it here. So, just a second. Here it is. I got it. All right. Let me change my view. Still not working. That's okay. All right, here we go. So we have a new tornado watch here for portions of south central and southeast Kansas, western central and northern Oklahoma, and western north Texas until 11 p.m. central. A few tornadoes and a couple intense possible, scattered large hail up to 3.5 inches in diameter likely, and wind gusts up to 75 miles per hour possible. Wow. So that is what we are looking at right now, guys. That is what we are looking at. As we get back to our radar. So there's the tornado watch. Let's go back on that tornado warning here up in Iowa. So.
It definitely is. I would agree with that. This thing is doing exactly what was forecast, and people, like
Still
I said,
radar
just need
indicated.
to be weather
I'm shocked they
aware.
didn't go confirmed on
I'm
this
in
thing.
the outer circulation of it right now.
Shocked.
Are you in hail? Are you in hail now?
Wow,
No,
look at
no,
that.
yeah,
Oh
just
my
a lot of
goodness.
rain.
Dan, or anybody in the chat, do you guys see this like hook appendage coming out? That, yeah, there's definitely a tornado in this. No doubt in my mind.
We move through what appears to be an increasingly active afternoon.
Yep, no problem. Thanks again.
No doubt in my mind there's a tornado.
Yeah, so right where Brandon is.
I don't know why the SBC hasn't, or National Weather Service haven't called to confirm, but
All right, who
I mean, look at that. Right in the middle of your screen, guys. Right there is where your tornado would be. Right where that wall cloud is rotating right now.
Just continuing with
That is your tornado.
Yeah, I'm in the notch of it on the north side of it. I'm just waiting for the
So.
plant one. Bigger Street looks fantastic, by the way.
Thank you. All right, guys. Again, please be sure to keep smooshing that like and subscribe button. Please be sure to keep hitting that like and subscribe button. All right, I don't
All right.
see it on the ground right now. I'm
And they just issued a new tornado warning. Oh no, they didn't issue it. They just trimmed it away. So, like I said, guys, my name is Rob Salso. We are watching a tornado in progress here, just to the west side of Grundy Center. If you are near Holland in Iowa, you need to be in your shelter at this time. We had a tornado on the ground, not fully condensed, but it did show a bowl that was on the ground, rapidly rotating. So we do have a tornado. I think it might have lifted by now. I don't see anything at the moment, but it does. This storm does have a history of producing it. Not only that, but we also have very large hail. Right now, 1.75 inch, but this storm had a history of producing 2 to 3 inch hail this afternoon here, as we are watching the severe weather unfold in Iowa. The reason why I'm not showing myself on camera is because I have a glare on it from my camera, so I'm just showing the screen here. All right, let's see what Nick Smigo's looking at here. Wow. Wow, look at that, man. You could see the wall cloud. You could see the hail shaft. You could see everything. That's a pretty good view. Pretty good view by our team member here, Nick Smigo, Chaser, out in Iowa right now. So, like I said, these storms are going to have potential to produce many tornadoes this afternoon, as we have a tornado watch for portions of the Midwest until 10 p.m. tonight. So, this is not the extent of it. We still have a lot more left of the day here. This is just the beginning, as we are watching the storm. Block that. There we go. That's better. Oh, new scan. Yeah, the inflow is starting to cut off. It's starting to cut off a little bit. But I wouldn't be shocked if there was still a little bit of rotation still left in this. I mean, you can see it on the east side of what does this thing called? Steamboat Rock. So. So I will be here for another half hour or so. Unfortunately, I do have things I have to do here, but I just thought I'd do a quick live stream to detail today's severe weather. We might be going live tonight again, so I wish I could do a longer stream, but I unfortunately cannot. Just a heads up, we do have another severe thunderstorm warning just here near Rockville, Indiana. This is a storm that are heading toward Indianapolis, so we'll have to keep a close eye on these as we take a look here. This is going to be for Park County, East Central Vermilion County, Southwestern Montgomery, and Northwestern Putnam counties in Indiana till 5 p.m. Eastern. Located near Rockville, 21 miles north of Terre Haute. Moving east at 35 miles per hour. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. So if you're in Rockville, Belmore, Hollinsburg, Parkville, Judson, you need to keep a close eye on this storm. Very significant gusts and some hail into this storm. This storm up here that's just east of Crawfordsville looks like it could be a next severe thunderstorm warning as we get storms firing off here in this area. Again, there's a Mexico discussion here for a possible watch for the coverage of this area here in Illinois and Indiana. Wisconsin right now, I do see a little bit of storm initiation. Let me put on this radar. Do see some storms initiating right near Dodgeville and Mineral Point, so keep an eye on these, Dan, if you're still watching. Actually, that might go just north of you, but everything here is going to be something to keep an eye on. And as we get back into Iowa here, we still have this tornado warning. Now, let's see. Next Migo's still got it on his stream. So, yeah. Let's see here. I think I just heard a new alert box. So I have 1 tornado warning and 6 severe thunderstorm warnings on the board. Yeah, this circulation is starting to close. It's gonna be a hail threat for this storm, I think, unless we get another mezzo that's gonna pass off. Because you can see right here, I mean, you still have this rotation just to the south side of Wellsburg, but I mean, it's definitely not looking as good as it did before. So we'll take a close eye on those. Let's go down here south near Wichita, Kansas, and see Oklahoma. So, you know, we still have some storms here that are firing up just near Duncan. And then we have this storm here just south of Frederick, Oklahoma. This one still S3 thunderstorm warning. Quarter size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts still at this time. So keep an eye on those. Let's see what this storm down here is doing. Starting to get in there. Not quite there yet. So that is that. Pretty much, guys. That is that. Still have this tornado warning for another 7 minutes. So Holland, I'd still be taking shelter if I was in Holland. This could definitely drop again, 100%, but the inflow doesn't look as good, but it could definitely still drop. Could be rain wrap too, honestly, if it does, because there's just not a lot of inflow you can see. Like if you're looking at Nick's stream right now, it is very, very convoluted with just rain and clouds and all that. So up here, could have another severe thunderstorm warning just east of Geneva, Iowa. But there's a lot of chasers on this storm. A lot of convergence here that we're currently seeing. So, yep. So we are keeping a close eye on these storms as they go through the Midwest and portions of Texas and New York. Welcome in, Joey.
Good afternoon, Rob. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Awesome, man. Well, how's things looking this afternoon? I got a minute, so I just want to check in with you. Thanks for hosting
problem, man.
today's live stream.
Yeah. So we currently have 1 tornado warning in Iowa. Nick Smigo's got a decent view of the nimbostratus, but it's very, very clouded in there. The rotation was looking a lot better before. Now it's kind of closed off, and if there's anything, it's going to be rain wrapped in there. There's it doesn't look like there's any tornado in this anymore, from what I'm seeing.
Oh yeah, so he's on that tornado warning there. I see down near
Iowa.
southwest of Holland, Iowa.
Correct.
And
Yep.
Wellsburg. Yep, I see
Yes,
that.
sir. They did see not really fully condensed tornado that did have a dust bowl, but it was very short lived. I think it was on the ground for maybe like 10 or 15 minutes. So
Gotcha.
Well,
looks like SVR. They did issue a new SVR on that, but not another tornado warning. So,
No,
like you said, it might be
golf ball size hail. Wow.
Environment.
This looks like the most dominant storm. I'm not seeing a lot of. Besides these, I mean, this is the only like real big storm we have here in Iowa right now. I'm not seeing a lot of other areas that we could see some storm. Maybe here south of Boone.
It definitely seems like this is going to be a more late afternoon into evening event.
Yeah.
Almost kind of like yesterday was a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'll probably end up doing a live stream tonight. Hopefully, maybe around like 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central or so.
Yeah, I'll be live for another. I'll be live for another 20 minutes to half hour here.
Okay, great, good deal. So, guys, if you're just tuning in, make sure you hit that subscribe button. So, and get those notifications on. So when we go live again later tonight, and this is really taking off tonight, I'm sure.
Yep.
You'll get that notification saying, "Hey, Extreme Weather Videos is live." We'll try and get on with Nick Smigo. Hopefully, maybe later tonight too. I'll try and reach out to him, see if we can have him hop on the call for a little bit.
Yep.
But yeah, it definitely looks like things are starting maybe to get going. And I think once it goes here, it'll go pretty quick.
Yeah.
So
It's going to be rapid fire. Starting to see some conversions here just southwest of this SVR in Texas near Seymour. So could see some ongoing convection once this goes into the watch area.
yeah. So there's that tornado watch down there. This tornado watch up here in Iowa and Wisconsin, Northern Illinois. Yeah, all this goes till just like last
10
night,
o'clock.
10 o'clock Central, 11 o'clock Eastern. So it's going to be a long afternoon and evening, it looks like.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Joey. Appreciate you.
Yep, thanks for having me on. I'll see you guys all later this evening. Stay safe out there.
Yep. Have a good night.
Thanks.
Have a good day. I mean, yeah, have a good day.
Yeah, have a good. I'll catch you tonight.
See you later, man.
Bye.
Well, so we're still looking here. We have a new. Looks like they trimmed that tornado warning now a little bit. Well, tornado warning, I think, is still on the board. So we still have that one tornado warning. These two overlapping severe thunderstorm warnings here in Iowa. And mostly right now, we just have a core-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind threat with these severe thunderstorms. The biggest is the golf ball-size hail currently here. I mean, look how big this hail core is. I mean, Holland is getting a lot of hail right now. So definitely keep an eye on that. So that is what we are watching now. I'm going to... Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be live for another 10-15 minutes here. We're just keeping an eye on the storms, and like Mr. Joey said, we'll be going live tonight at about 9 o'clock Eastern, so make sure you have everything that he said done. Ring the bell, subscribe, and we will be live then, guys. We're just watching these storms here. Wait, did they issue a new tornado warning? No, they didn't. I thought they did. My bad. Okay. So, what else we got going on? We have these storms up here. Keeping a close eye on those. And then we have some storms coming up into western Wisconsin here. Just near the Dodgeville area. Nothing severe warned there yet. And then Indiana. Over here near Lebanon and west of Greencastle. They might SVR this storm down here. This one looking a little interesting here. So, we'll have to see if they put a special weather standard or something on that portion of the cluster. And then we have some cells coming in through the west. So, like I said, going to be a pretty active day today. As we have two modes of severe weather. We have the dry line initiation in Oklahoma and Kansas. And we have the warm front initiation here in Indiana and parts of the Midwest. So, that is all I got really, guys. Hope you all have a great day. Stay safe. And we will see you all tonight. Like I said, we have a lot of severe weather to go over later on tonight, I'm sure, as we have ongoing storms all the way from Texas to New York. So, thank you, Dan. Thank you, Joey. Thank you, let's see who else here. Soccer Mom and RC for joining in here and watching and listening and talking. And stay safe tonight. We will see you all next time. My name is Rob. And remember to experience the extreme with EWV. Have a great day. Goodbye.